Welcome back to Pre-Algebra Chapter 8, Section 3 in this book called Using Intercepts. Now, I call this the cheater pants method, and it is the cheater way to graph an equation. I used to not teach it. My idea was that if you teach kids too many ways, they end up knowing no ways. And so I didn't teach it. But now I've gotten all soft in my old age, and I've decided it's okay to teach the cheater pants method. So today you're going to learn it. The cheater pants method, also known as using intercepts, if you want to use its fancy name. Now let's review what we've learned so far. That if you have a math equation with an x and a y and an equals and no exponents, that you can graph it, it's a line. And I taught you how to do it. And I told you that you only need 2 points because there are no exponents. You only need 2 points because it is a straight line, and between any two points, there's exactly one line. It's like a math rule. Okay, so this is how you do it. Oh, and I also told you that you can solve this equation for y, and your calculator will do it for you if you have the TI-84 graphing calculator, which I recommend that you get. You can get them used. They're about $100. They run them on sale in the summer for like $80. So summer's the time to buy them new. You can get them used for about $50, but beware, 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 like Winnie the Pooh. So many times I've had students buy them and they're broken, used. So watch out for that. It's heartbreaking when they've spent $50 on a piece of trash because it's a broken calculator. So anyway, I got mine used and it's been fine. And it's fuchsia. Alright, anyway, I got from one of my students. That's how you do the cheater pants method of graphing this thing. First of all, you say, if x is 0, what is y? Well, if x is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, and it goes away. So I'm putting my hand over it. If I were you doing it on paper small, I'd put my pencil over it, or put my finger over it, but cover it up and it goes away. And now what's left, we can solve for y by doing the opposite. Why is y not alone? It's being multiplied by -2. What's the opposite of multiplying by -2? Dividing by -2. And what you do to one side, you do to the other. These -2's cancel out, and we have 6 divided by -2, which is -3. Notice, I didn't write anything down, I did it all in my head. This is the one place I want you to learn how to do it in your head too, okay? It's just a skill you need. You don't need to waste paper on this, okay? Now, we've been doing this, and then next, what we were doing was saying, well, what if x is 1? What's the cheater pants way that we're going to do this now is we're going to leave x alone, and we're going to come over here and say, what if y is 0? This works when you have x and y are both on one side of the equals, okay? So now if y is 0, it goes away. And I cover it up with my hand. And now I can solve for x by doing the opposite. X is being multiplied by 3. What's the opposite? Divide by 3, which makes it mark out over here. What I do to one side, I do to the other. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now I have my 2 points. If x is 0, y is -3, 1, 2, 3, put a dot. If x is 2, 1, 2, y is 0, put a dot. Draw my line. What it generates, cheater pants method, what it generates is it generates the 2 points where the line crosses the x and y axes. Yeah, that's a word. So that's why it's called using intercepts. This is where our line is intercepting the x-axis. That's where the line is intercepting the y-axis. If you have 2 points and there are no exponents, you can draw your line. That's pretty great, isn't it? Let's do another one. Okay, so this one, we're going to start with x. X is 0. If x is 0, it goes away. Y is multiplied by 2, so I divide both sides by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now I do my y's. I go on the y and write the 0. If y is a 0, it goes away. 4 times x, the opposite is divided by 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Here are my points and my lines. If x is 0, y is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a dot. If x is 3, 1, 2, 3, y is 0. Put a dot. And there's my line. Doodle-doo, yay! Okay, sometimes they look weird like this. We can still do it. If x is 0, it goes away. Y is y not alone. It's being multiplied by negative 2, so we divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. And then we say if y is 0, it goes away, and x equals negative 2. So we didn't have to do anything because x was already alone. So if x is 0, y is 1. There's my dot. If x is negative 2, y is 0. There's my dot. And there's the line. What about this one? What if it was negative x plus 2y equals 2? Let's try that one instead. Okay? If x is 0, it goes away. Y is 2 divided by 2, which is 1. If y is 0, is x equal to 2? No. X is not alone. It's being multiplied by an understood negative 1. What's the opposite of multiplying by an understood negative 1? Dividing by a stood negative 1. So those cancel out. 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2. And my points would be, whoop, 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 more fun with sound effects. If x is 0, y is 1. If x is negative 2, y is 0. And my line would be the same thing, because really we just switched the signs around. It was sort of the same thing, which you can figure that out later. You don't have to understand why that was the same thing now. I'll teach that to you later in Algebra 1. Much later, like at the end of the year. All right, so come back. Math is great. We'll learn about slope. Okay? Math is great. Did I say that?